Yashodanandana Vrajajanaranjana Yashodanandana Vrajajanaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. Welcome all the devotees. So today we are going to discuss the all auspicious divine qualities of Ambarish Maharaj. So we are not going into the details of the story because you all know the story of Ambarish Maharaj and Durvasa Muni. So out of this is the ninth chapter, ninth canto, fourth chapter, and fifth chapter. There are fine extractions I have taken so that in the given time I would like to share these qualities so that we also can imbibe certain qualities. As we all know, if we want to purchase something, we see the quality of that product, whether it has got ISI mark, whether it is ISO, and what are its good qualities. If I purchase this, whether it can last long, and in this way we judge and we decide what to buy, what not to buy. Similarly, when we come to Bhakti Yoga also, the Sadachara qualities, the fine qualities of a Vaishnava, we should learn from all the exalted Vaishnavas. So today we shall see what are the good qualities of Ambarish Maharaj. So I'm just sharing the screen. Mostly it is a slide presentation. I need your interaction also. Hope you can able to see the screen. Hare Krishna.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the first quality which I identified is Krishna is pleased by unalloyed devotion. Being very pleased by the unalloyed devotion of Maharaj Ambarish, the Supreme Personality of Godhead gave the king his disc, which is fearful to enemies and which always protects the devotee from enemies and adversities. So, actually, a devotee is not expecting anything in return in exchange of his devotional service. He is he is always a servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord. And in return, he does not ask anything for the Lord, for his own welfare or his own protection. He does not ask. But however, the Lord is so merciful. The Lord thinks that, oh, my dear child, you are already in this material world. How I can able to protect you? In this way, one significant fact I noticed that the Supreme Lord, very much pleased by Ambarish Maharaj because he is famous for all the Navavidha Bhakti, Shavanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Pada Sevanam, Archanam, Mandanam, Dasim Sakyam, Atmanivedanam. In all these categories of devotional service, Ambarish Maharaj is very much interested, enthusiastic, and proactive. By seeing this, Lord wanted to protect him, so the Lord gave him his disc for Ambarish Maharaj. And it is so something wonderful. Lord could have given something else, but he has given his disc. So the Lord predicts what would happen to Ambarish Maharaj in the future. Similarly, the Lord also knows what will happen in all devotees' life. Accordingly, Lord will accommodate and he will create some favorable situations for all the devotees. But Ambarish Maharaj would have asked, oh my Lord, I don't want anything except your service, but you have given me your Sudarshan disc. He could have asked, but he didn't do that. But he knows that Lord is all well-wisher for him. Similarly, in our life also, we should ask the unalloyed devotion and being servant of the servant of the servant of the Lord. how I can diligently do the service which allotted to me. In this way, we can also learn one divine quality of Ambarish Maharaj. Another one is, just a moment. Ambarish Maharaj, his wife are equally qualified. So to worship Lord Krishna, Maharaj Ambarish, along with his queen, was equally qualified, observed the vow of Ekadasi and Dwadasi for 1 year. And here we can understand that not only Ambarish Maharaj, but also his wife, who is the queen of the whole world, together, they worshipped their lordships and with fine paraphernalia, and it pleased the Lord to a very favorable extent. And Lord, arranges everything for him and for his queen also. So the point of learning here is, if any devotee, like either Prabhuji or Mataji, if they worship their lordships along with their spouse, the Lord is so pleased. And on the top of that, Lord is still pleased if the whole family, worships the Supreme Lord, with the daily giving arati in the morning, and children participating, and they are also doing kirtan. Like, in a family, there are 4 to 6 devotees are there. All the family members, one can give the arati, the other can sing the kirtan, the other can play the kartal and mridang, and do it for just for a few minutes. And in this way, we can able to please their lordships wonderfully. And this is the, the ultimate service for the Lord. We may superficially, it looks like, what are they doing? They are giving arati, they think it is all good. Yes, the scriptures mention that if anybody gorgeously or very in a simple way also worships their lordships, and there is all good fortune for him and for his family also. Then the third quality which I highlighted here is charity. This charity is very, very important in our life. Charity by Ambarish Maharaj is mentioned in the 9th canto, 4th chapter, verses 33, 34, and 35. Elsewhere also it is very nicely mentioned. So Maharaj Ambarish satisfied all the guests who arrived at his house, especially the Brahmanas. So normally when we also hold any occasion at our home, it may not be possible to please all the guests, but if proper management is there, if proper coordination is there, and it is sure that we can please each and every guest who visited our house. Let it be any occasion, maybe Gruha Pravesha or a deity's installation, or nothing, simply feeding the Vaishnavas. There's a very, very wonderful spiritual activity. The host will get all the benefits. So I keep seeing some devotees, they invite some devotees, what is there? I can chant my rounds, I can do the deity worship. That's fine, Why to invite Vaishnavas? But here, Ambarish Maharaj himself stood an example, and he has pleased each and every person, especially the Brahmanas. Then why Brahmanas? Because they follow the regulative principles. They chant the holy name of the Lord, and they have the Vedic knowledge. For this, and Brahmanas also very dear to Krishna. Namo Brahmane Devaya, Go Brahmane Hitaya Cha, Jagat Hitaya, Krishnaya Govindaya Namo. So that's why, especially to the Brahmanas, we are supposed to feed them. And Vaishnava is already a Brahmana. Vaishnava is above Brahmana, actually, as per Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur. That's why in our house, practically, we need to invite devotees, and we should sumptuously feed them and take their blessings. So here, Ambarish Maharaj, he gave in charity 60 crores of cows. I repeat, 60 crores of cows whose horns were covered with gold plate and whose hooves were covered with silver plate. That means gold and silver covered. All the cows were fully decorated with the garments and had full milk bags. Nowadays, we are also giving charities of the cow. The cow is, first of all, is not the real cow. This is a Jersey cow. So that is it is a so-called cow. It looks like a cow, but it is not a cow. Like we see in platforms, Nike shoes or Adidas shoes are sold, but they are not actually. They look like original, but they are not original. Okay, so cow means here the real cow means it is a desi cow, A2 cow. And during those days, Ambarish Maharaj, he has donated 60 crores of cows, means it is not so easy. And every cow has got four legs, and the four legs, it has been covered with, gold plate and also silver plate. We can imagine how rich Ambarish Maharaj was. And also, what is the nature of the cow is the all the cows, 60 crores of cows, they were mild natured, they are young and beautiful, and they are pretty good. And also they were all accompanied by their children, their cows. And in this way, Ambarish Maharaj has donated. After giving these cows, the king first sumptuously fed all the Brahmanas. And also not only giving cows as charity, but feeding the Vaishnavas. And in the feeding the Vaishnavas also, we are not supposed to be greedy. Let's say one Mataji would like to take one more bhaji, we are supposed to give two more bhajis. This is called sumptuously fed. And we should not think, oh, I have, there may be shortage of prasadam. So we need to plan it very diligently. If we invite the Vaishnavas, devotees into our home, say if 20 people, 20 Vaishnavas are coming, we need to make prasadam for 30 people or 40 people. In this way, we can very nicely feed all the Vaishnavas. After giving these cows, the king first absolutely fed all the Brahmanas, means, and here his intention is to please the Brahmanas because they are very dear to Krishna. So our application, our learning and application is, we should not be greedy. If we are earning some money, out of that money, a little portion we can feed the Vaishnavas. And it is not, only one time in our life we fed, that's all, Prabhu, it's fine. So that is not actually recommended. As much as possible, we need to invite the Vaishnavas into our house and we are supposed to feed them. The fourth quality is very wonderful. That is the guidance of Vaishnavas. So in Ambarish Maharaj's life, what happened? Right from the beginning, he had been properly guided by the Vaishnavas. See, a Kshatriya king, he is very chivalrous and valor, and he is supposed to take advice, guidance from the learned Brahmanas and Vaishnavas, and so that he can very nicely rule the kingdom, and every praja is very happy. But here, what happened? In the meantime, only a Muhurta Dwadasi day was left on which to break the fast. You all know the story. I don't want to go much in depth. Consequently, it was imperative that the fast be broken immediately. But the Durvasa Muni, he still did not return from the Yamuna river. He wanted to test the king. So this is actually a critical situation, a kind of dilemma situation. Now, in this dangerous situation, the king consulted learned Brahmanas and he followed their guidance. What is the guidance? And it is like, now Dwadasi time. Actually, today is actually Dwadasi time, exactly coincidence. So during the Dwadasi time, there is a certain period. In that period, we are supposed to break, otherwise we cannot get the Ekadasi Vratapala. So the king was in dilemma. He sought their advice, and the advice came like they advised him, "O king, you can break your fast with little water." So it is mentioned in the Shastras that taking water on Dwadasi day, it is breaking as good as not breaking also. So the learning and application of this quality is we must take guidance of our senior Vaishnavas because they have already realized Jnanina Tattvadarshinaha. They realized the truth and they are very expert also in sharing their experience. So the junior devotees and they must take the advice, guidance from senior Vaishnavas. In this way, their life will become sublime, and it's very easy also. Just like a child holding the hand of a father, and his job is very easy, but father has to take the more responsibility. The point is, the guidance. Whatever, the Vaishnavas give the guidance, we need to take it to the heart and implement it. So we should be, in a mood to take the guidance. Another quality I observed is, disturbance. Ambarish Maharaj, he never got any disturbance. Taking a trident in his hand and making the surface of the earth tremble with his footsteps, that blazing creature came before Maharaj Ambarish. Durasmuni, out of his hair, he created one demon and asked the demon to kill Ambarish Maharaj. And now they see the situation. But the king, upon seeing him, he was not at all disturbed, and he did not move even slightly from his position. That is the determination of strongest Vaishnava. So in the purport, Srila Prabhupada says, Narayana para sarva na kutaschana bibhyati. A pure devotee of Narayana is never afraid of any material danger. There are many examples of devotees such as Prahlad Maharaj, who was tortured by his father but was not at all afraid, although he was only a 5-year-old boy. Therefore, following the examples of Ambarish Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj, a devotee should learn how to tolerate all such awkward positions in this world. Finally, Prabhupada concludes with a stunning statement that devotees are often tortured by non-devotees. Yeah, we keep seeing when devotees go for book distribution, when devotees go for Harinam Sankirtan, when devotees invite non-devotees for Sunday feast and other Vaishnava occasions, they are not so much interested. But at the pure devotee, depending fully on the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is never disturbed by such inimical activities. Srimad Bhagavatam 9:447. So the disturbances keep coming because we are already in this material world. For this reason only the Supreme Lord, gave his disc for Ambarish Maharaj. He knew that this kind of disturbance would come. He predicted and he gave this Sudarshan disc. So the devotees, we also should actually we should have that purity. Then only Lord will reciprocate. If our chanting is not attentive, if our service is always defective, and if we are offending Vaishnavas, Lord is not pleased. Lord may think, okay, this devotee may require a lot more time, and Lord will bestow his blessings, and he would give some favorable situation. He would also arrange a guru and his followers, and this devotee, he has to properly understand that I am under my Guru Maharaj, and I should follow the instructions of my Guru Maharaj. I should also follow the 4 regulator principles and chant 16 rounds, and respect each and everyone in the world. In this way, he is pure enough. Then only Lord will protect him. It is not that simply you do something and you expect all protection. This may not be possible, but purity is very important. So that is about the disturbance. We should never get disturbed in either a small situation or a big crisis. We should fully depend on the mercy of the Lord. Okay, so you all know the story later what happened. So when he created the demon, Ambarish Maharaj, he did not disturb, but the Lord actually got disturbed and he sent his Sudarshan Chakra, and it is like with a scorching heat, it chases Durvas Muni. With his mystic power, he went to Brahmaloka and Kailasa and Sakshat, Vaikuntha Loka also he went. But he was not rescued. The Lord said, I am aham bhakta paradhina. I am not independent and I am controlled by my devotees. So you need to go there and beg forgiveness where you actually offended. So that was the situation. So he came back and he clasped the feet of Ambarish Maharaj and he begged his forgiveness. Then Ambarish Maharaj, he does wonderful prayers actually. It was so stunning, these prayers. You see, how does he do the prayer? Can somebody read out this?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Ambarish Maharaj prayers for Durvasa Muni. If our family has given charity to the proper persons, if we have performed ritualistic ceremonies and sacrifices, if we have properly carried out our occupational duties, and if we have been guided by learned Brahmanas, I wish in exchange that this Brahmana be freed from burning caused by the Sudarshana Chakra. Hare Krishna, please.
Thank you, Vijayata Mataji. So we also go to Tirupati and we ask the Lord, now I am doing some business and please grant me some 100 crores. Surely I will give you some 20 crores something. So in this way, people are praying in exchange. But Ambarish Maharaj, a fine Vaishnava, he's saying, if at all I have done any this kind of charity, he's saying in exchange of my piety, my bhakti, this Brahmana be freed from this burning castle by Sudarshan Chakra. You see the wonderful quality. So we should also pray for others. It is always we are praying ourselves, we become spiritually selfish people. So we should pray for other devotees and other common people also. This is the nice learning I extracted. And Durvas Muni, he reciprocated because he got protected from Sudarshan Chakra. Now he wanted to give something. At the beginning, he cursed, and at the end, he is giving his favors for Ambarish Maharaj. So can someone read out what did in response? How did he glorify Durvas Muni? How did he glorify Ambarish Maharaj? Somebody can read out.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Glories for Ambarish Maharaj. Durvasa Muni said, my dear king, today I have experienced the greatness of devotees of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For although I have committed an offense, you have prayed for my good fortune. Durvasa Muni said, I am very pleased with you, my dear king. At first, I thought of you as an ordinary human being and accepted your hospitality, but later I could understand by my own intelligence that you are the most exalted devotee of the Lord. Therefore, simply by seeing you, touching your feet, and talking with you, I have been pleased and have become obliged to you.
So in this way, thank you, Mataji. This way, Durvas Muni, he really got enlightened just by seeing and undergoing the divine qualities of Ambarish Maharaj. So he himself was saying, he was a great mystic, and he underestimated the power of a devotee. And he was saying, of course, I like your hospitality, and I thought you are an ordinary human being. But Ambarish Maharaj proved that he was not an ordinary, he was an extraordinary devotee of the Lord. So, basing on his own assumptions, Durvasa Muni, he thought like this, but he really got offended there. Okay, so now Durvasa Muni, he got really enlightened by the Vaishnava qualities. Similarly, we also exhibit, we also learn, we also inculcate, imbibe such sadachara qualities in our life. And we should never offend any person, not only devotee, any living being we are not supposed to offend. And how is it possible? And it is a tendency, yes, for the last so many births, we have been encountering, going across various types of bodies, various types of consciousness, and somehow or the other, this life we came to Krishna consciousness, and we should, to the best of our ability, we should utilize this opportunity by chanting the holy name of the Lord attentively, reading the scriptures, hearing the glories, and following footsteps of a spiritual master. This way, we can streamline our life, and automatically these qualities will develop within us. Okay, now at the beginning, Durvasa Muni cursed, and also he wanted to kill Ambarish Maharaj, but at the end, he gave this boon. Can someone read out what is the boon he gave to Ambarish Maharaj?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
So the boon, All the blessed women in the heavenly planets will continuously chant about your spotless character at every moment, and the people of this world will also chant your glories continuously.
Yeah, see, this is the boon he has given. And even if not only this earthly planet, but also the heavenly planets, where his glories will be chanted. And because Ambarish Maharaj is a spotless character. So, if any devotee is really trustworthy, and automatically he is being glorified all over the world. Even if you talk in a small village or any town or city, if anybody came to inquire the address, and is there any Krishna devotee in this area? Then immediately they will think of you. Ah, yeah, yeah, there is one ISKCON devotee there. When I pass by their house, there is a Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. That chanting of the holy name, Kirtan is going on, you know. Oh, yeah, that is the house. You go to the first left, take second right, that is the ISKCON house. They would say that. So this way, if anybody is a devotee of the Lord, he is glorified all over the world. So now what is for us? Now we are so many devotees gathered on Zoom session this 5th May 2024. Then we get Falasruti also. By the grace of the Lord, those who hear about the activities of Maharaj Ambarish, the great devotees certainly become liberated or become devotees without delay. Without delay means, why without delay? It is mentioned here. Devotee, all of a sudden, overnight, nobody will become a devotee. It is a gradual process. But whoever hears this Palashruti, I mean, the story of Ambarish Maharaj, then without any delay, he will become a wonderful devotee of the Lord. Okay, so these are the positive some vibes of Ambarish Maharaj. He was not revengeful, though Durvasa Muni wanted to take revenge without any reason. But Ambarish Maharaj, he was not revengeful to him. And he was very merciful. He was very non-envious, empathetic, and very, very humble to all the living entities. These are the divine qualities of Ambarish Maharaj. So the learning is, Krishna is pleased by unalloyed devotion. Ambarish Maharaj and his wife are equally qualified. And equally qualified means one should make his wife, his children, his all associated people engaging in the services. And that is called, very wonderful in the presence of the Supreme Lord. And also, we should not be very greedy. We should give charity. At least, if we are not very rich, maybe you can buy little prasadam and give to one Prabhuji or one Mataji. And if we are not doing these things, and our heart is contaminated and it is greedy and it never wants to give out, thereby we become selfish. And the fourth one is, we must take guidance from all the Vaishnavas, and we should never neglect it, and we should never be disturbed in our Krishna consciousness. Okay, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gurudev ki jai, Ambarish Maharaj ki jai. So I keep it open for your questions and your sharings, etc. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for the very nice, enlightening class. So, these kind of qualities only devotees of Lord can imbibe. Material persons, even if they try to bring it forcefully, at some point they'll break down. They could not keep up the qualities. But even in the time when his own life is being threatened, at that time also Amrish Maharaj exhibited all these qualities. So one quality I liked was that even if Durvas Muni came and was going to kill Amrish Maharaj, still Amrish Maharaj would pray for him that he be saved from the Sudarshan Chakra on the by giving his own pious activities. So devotees use that for non-devotees also, to save them from this material world. So that quality I like.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Vijay Mataji. So if any person who is a non-devotee also, If they simply chant the holy name of the Lord, they will get benefit. Hare Krishna.
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
ಇವರು ದುರ್ವಾಸ ಮುನಿಗಳು ಬರ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ, ಅವರು ಆದಿತ್ಯಗ ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸ ಕರೆದಿದ್ರ ದುರ್ವಾಸ ಮುನಿಗಳು ಅಥವಾ ಅವರಾಗ ಅವರೇ ಬಂದ್ರ ಪ್ರಭುಜಿ?
ಅವರಾಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು. ಸಡನ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವರು. ಆಯ್ತು, ಯಾವಾಗ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀರಿ ನೀವು ಅಂತ ಅಂಬರೀಷ್ ಮಹಾರಾಜ ಅವರಿಗೆ ಆತಿಥ್ಯ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವರೇನೋ ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನದು ಕಂಡೀಷನ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾನು ಸ್ನಾನ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ರೆಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ ಇಡಿ ಅಂತ. ಅವ್ರು ಸ್ನಾನಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ಬಂದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. ಮುಹೂರ್ತ ಈಗ ದ್ವಾದಶಿ ಟೈಮ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಇನ್ನು ಬಂದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂಬರೀಷ್ ಮಹಾರಾಜ್ ನೀರು ಕುಡಿದೆ. ಅವರು ಅವಾಗ ಬಂದು, ನೀವು ಅಪರಾಧ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ನೀವು ಅಂತ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕೋಪ ಬಂತು.
ಹರೇ ಕೃಷ್ಣ.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam Prabhuji. Wonderful class Prabhuji. You have given very nice qualities and points to for us also to learn Prabhuji. I have learned today that we should feed Vaishnavas samtasli, not for one time, continuously throughout our lifetime. And we have to take senior devotees and Vaishnavas advice without doing on our own accord or on our own mental speculation. That will be wrong. We have to take advice of the senior devotees in case of any dilemma. That also I learned, Prabhuji. That I have one doubt, Prabhuji. Why Ambarish Maharaj fasted for 1 year, Prabhuji?
Why fasted 1 year? Because this Durvas Muni, he went to the 3 lokas, Brahma Loka.
And that's not, Prabhuji. You said before coming Durvas Muni also, he is doing from 1 year.
1 year. I actually don't know about that, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji. That was the
I will
doubt.
find
Prabhuji.
out. I will find out and I will get back to you. Yeah, it is mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam that Ambarish, along with his queen, who was equally qualified, observed the vow of Ekadasi and Dwadasi for 1 year. I am thinking that the Durvas Muni, he went to the 3 lokas. By the time, he came back to this material world, it took 1 year. So there's another description is there in 4th chapter and 5th chapter of 9th canto. He waited for 1 year. So Durvas Muni, after he came back, then he broke his fast. So maybe in that context, he would have fasted along with his wife. I'm thinking like that. I cannot concoct that.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam.
Dhanavad Pranam.
Prabhuji is a wonderful class and very nice presentation. I enjoyed. Ambarish Muni has done 9 ways now Vidya. That's bhakti. That we have to try and do. That is takeaway point. That 9 ways, how we have to do, we have to see. Because you are not applying 9 ways all the time.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Okay.